You know, I want to talk about something today. Why do men confuse anger with strength? It's like one of the biggest lies that we was told as a kid growing up, and I don't understand that. So let's go ahead and grab a drink. Let's take a seat and let's talk about it. All right, let's go ahead and discuss this a little further. Got the iPad here just so I can stay on task because I don't want to get long-winded and make this video like 3 or 4 hours for no reason. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all ain't got time for that. But anyways, this concept started from early childhood development where, if we cry, we told not to, show those type of emotions. If we get hurt, not to show those type of emotions, like anger. You know, when we get frustrated, we get angry. When we get upset, we get angry. Somebody embarrass us or make fun of us, we get angry. And we not allowed to show that true emotions. Like you just want to go and cry, or you just want to separate yourself from everybody else and do you or whatever. Those things are not accepted, but the anger is really accepted. And it's crazy because I'm sitting here with my son and I'm watching how he moving through life. And when he gets upset, he wants to, be angry and he wants to hit things and, do, all the little boy things. And I'm like, yo, it's okay to tell people that you're making me upset and leave me alone. And once I told him that, that's what he does now. He tells his sister that. Hell, he tells me that. Once I'm, getting in his butt for doing something he ain't got no business. He tell his mom that. He even tell the kids at school that, even the teachers. You're making me angry. Can you please leave me alone at the moment? I want to be alone. I just want to be left alone. And hearing those things is amazing as a father to know that my son is able to do those things. And I was just always wondering when I was a kid why I didn't express these things. If somebody made fun of me at school, I beat them up. Somebody was talking crap about me, I got angry, talked crap back them, and then we fought. If, somebody rated me wrong, first thing came to my mind was, when I see him, I'm gonna beat you up. I never really thought through the process was, if you write me wrong, I'm just gonna leave. So it's a constant cycle with a lot of the men nowadays, especially what I do for a living. I'm seeing that with the boys that I work with, So on to the next step is why anger is why what anger is really is, sorry. What anger is really is. Most of the time anger is just lack of discipline, or it can be frustration and not being able to use your words effectively, or just not having control over your emotions. Like when we as younger cannot get out, or get it out of our mouth or what somebody had did something to us or harmed us, we just automatically assume we'll just go straight to the aggression again. But being able to tell someone that no, I don't like what you have done to me and I would like for you to fix it, that's creating a boundary. And I wish that us men can do that more often. It shouldn't take us to go to therapy to understand that we need to create clear boundaries. And if somebody crossed that boundaries, we can choose to separate ourselves from them or move forward with the relationship, but understand these people has lack of boundary issues and there's things that they need to work on. However you choose to deal with it is how you choose to deal with it. But I just wish that us men knew that we can do that though more often than not, right? And so And the next thing is, what is real strength? What do that look like? You know, I wrote down a few things here, so I'm gonna read off a little bit of them. So, real strength is staying calm and not getting explosive, thinking before you react, setting clear boundaries, and if somebody break them, still staying calm and making the decision on what you want to do. Standing on business, but not creating a bunch of chaos when you stand up for yourself. So when somebody tells you, hey, I don't care what nothing you got going on, screw you, dude, I ain't listening to none of that BS. You choose to take the action of getting yourself removed from the situation, but you do it in a calm manner. You move around and you don't have no chaos. You handle it like a real gentleman. That's strength. No yelling, no threatening, no assuming that you're gonna hurt this person on the back end or I'm gonna get you back soon. None of that. You just clearly separate yourself from these people. So, how would that look in a relationship? You know, most men, they lack a lot of this anger in relationships, and it start out at an early age with your first girlfriend, right? So you get in an argument with your girlfriend and you start screaming and yelling and you hurting, you know, like you hurting at the fact that she said something to you and she said some fucked up things about you or your mom or whatever it may be. So you decide that you was gonna yell at her, or you're gonna punch a hole in the wall, or you just gonna slam doors and walk out and thinking that you got control over the situation. And our reality is you ain't got control over nothing. You just got control over yourself, but lack of emotions. You controlled yourself to look like an ass more than anything, right? and that's a short-term game, right? And that's the short-term thinking, because now she's thinking, well, he loves me, right? Or she's thinking he's crazy as hell. One of the two, but either way it goes, it's setting you down the wrong trajectory of going down the abusive route or getting in a domestic violence situation. And Lord knows that nobody wants to be in a domestic violence situation. It's not pretty for nobody, right? It's not pretty for the man and it's not pretty for the women. So I believe that we should choose to effectively use our words in a better place. So if she's saying something disrespectful, all you have to do is just look at her and go, yo, I don't like how the way you're talking to me. And you're not going to continue to keep talking to me like this. If you choose to keep doing the things that you're doing, it's either I'm going to leave or you're going to leave. One or the two. That's it. And you let her play that one out. So if she says, well, you leaving, okay, bye. Grab your things and you leave. Now, if it's your household and she says she ain't going nowhere, then safely get yourself in a safe location, call the police, and get her the hell up out of your crib. You know what I'm saying? But that's just one of the things that we can do as men, right? Okay. What anger can feel like power? Why anger can feel like power? Because you feel the energy of that emotion coming over you. You feel like the Incredible Hulk, right? You feel big, you feel strong because people are looking at you crazy. And it feel like you got a sense of control because now you got people backing off of you, right? But it's not real power. It fades. It's kind of like the Red Hawk. The angrier he gets, the weaker he becomes. So the more angry he gets, the weaker he is. And that's how anger really truly is. The most you think you just like everybody is scared of you. It's not that it. It's not it at all. Because now people are looking like, okay, he's going to get tired eventually. And once he get tired, then I'm gonna react. And that's the calculation of somebody who's not angry. And you in a conversation with them and they just slowly calculating how you doing and then pouncing on you at the right moment. Anger can cost you so much. It can cost you your peace, your peace, your job, your reputation, your relationship, your future, and most importantly, your freedom. So if we don't get these things under control, what do you think is going to happen to you? You know? So I highly suggest that we get these things done. What man should start building instead? Man should build discipline, patience, emotional control, self-awareness, and real confidence. These things help you move faster in life when you can understand that you are disciplined enough to be patient to hear someone out. Even if they wrong and you know you're right, you still patient enough to hear them right. You knowing that you getting triggered, that's your emotional control. And being able to effectively use your words to let them know, hey, you might want to chill out. You're doing a little bit too much. It can build so many good things for you in the future. You might find your future wife like this. She understands she can't talk to you in certain ways. Or she admire the fact that she can't talk to you in certain ways and find that very powerful. The people around you know that they can't play with you in certain ways and they're not going to do these things towards you. Your kids, they see that you lead with silence and calculation. They don't think that you get angry all the time and you react off of anger. They look at you like, oh, when you get quiet, I know I fucked up. Because now you finna come up with a clever punishment to get me and, oh, come on, Dad, just give me the whooping. That's literally how they feel, you know what I'm saying? So, a lot of men define anger as strength, and they neither change that. Because real strength have power when you are calculated, when you're moving in silence, and being able to know what you're going to do and how you're going to do it without any chaos. That's just what I believe. So, you guys let me know. Do you believe that most men confuse anger with strength? And if you believe so, and you like this content, go ahead and give me a like, subscribe, and comment your opinion down below. Until then, much love.